6'8", number 2, forward, 6'3", number 24,
Thanks for joining us on 2K. Sports. What's better than NBA basketball on a Saturday night? We're here to bring you the action. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Monday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And looking at that Mavericks matchup, that one will be the 7th on the season for them. The team will still be looking to improve each time they take the floor.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And for Brooklyn, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Then it's Cam Thomas. Then it's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Big Dog in at the shooting guard position. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Here's Big Dog, 4 on the clock. Porzingis grabs the board. Brown passes to White. Thomas against Brown. On the wing, Tatum. Drops in the layup for 2.
And Tatum is an impressive athlete. So good at knifing inside and finishing at the rim.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Thomas. Lays it up and in, despite excellent defense.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Well, if you have the killer instinct he showed there, it doesn't matter what the size disadvantage is.
Now here's Brown in his last outing with 12 points. And finished off by Tatum.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum really helping him down low.
Pass to Big Dog. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Off target from the wing. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him. And Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you. And Brooklyn with possession here, following the bucket by Boston. Thomas against Brown. Outside Russell, beyond the arc. Tipped away. Tatum with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity level.
And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board. We'll talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill. places he can make a difference in the game.
Nets trail by 5. High arcing shot. Big dog. No good that time. Brown with some nice D.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Tatum from long range gets the 3 ball to go. Tatum's got 9.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. All right, some time here to take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the league's top shooting squads from last year. The 4th spot held by the Celtics.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Russell against Holiday. Russell into the lane. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, love when Russell attacks defenses, charging with tenacity and making them compromise.
Free throw is good from Russell. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Brown. Inside, shoots, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason, and it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 7. Pass to Thomas. Knocked loose. Here's Claxton. Soft touch off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's White. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Thomas against Brown. Clock at 6. The kick out to White. This one for 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Well, there you have it. Their first miss of the game, but still off to a solid start here in terms of shooting.
Boston pulls it in.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Holiday passes to Brown. Now here's Tatum. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Holiday. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Big dog. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Jaylen Brown picks one up.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Take a break. Take a break.
That free throw no good. And he's good on the second. Celtics lead by 4.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Celtics shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. On the floor for Boston, we've got Jason Tatum. Malik Beasley is out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Queta in at the center position. And there's the rejection. And here they come. Here's Big Dog. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Now here's Tatum. He's covered closely. From deep. Big Dog pulls it in. Well, the Nets shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. To the wing, right side. Ball right side. Nice shot from the wing. Ball's got his first 2 points. Boston trailing. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Beasley outside. Six on the shot clock. Here's Tatum. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Big Dog, good.
A mistake by the defense. You can't let Ball's teammates get open because he will find them.
For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Pritchard, pounded by Ball. Pass to Queta. Here's Hauser. And here's Tatum. Big Dog pulls it in. Big Dog's got his 4th rebound in this one. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked. Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Pass to Big Dog. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
First one falls for him. For Brooklyn, Claxton comes in for Smith, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Wilson. Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Hauser. And he makes both free throws. Tatum with it. He's got 17. Tipped. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Ball. Here's Filipowski. Outside Russell. 5 to shoot. Pulls it from the top of the key. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Russell. Outside Porzingis. Down low. Fires from deep. A shot by Holiday, no good. Now the Nets with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Big Dog. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
amongst the best decision makers in the league. Lonzo with the right decision there.
Celtics trail by 7. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Russell. Outside Tatum. Pass to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Yeah, and as his career has progressed, Holiday has gotten more comfortable in those catch-and-shoot situations.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Now here's Tatum. 17 points in the game. Launches a 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. Nets leading by 4. Thomas outside. He's off on that one. Nice D from Brown. And Brown has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. White finds Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Johnson. Tatum drills the 3.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good in taking over games all by himself.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be real.
And so it's Boston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Brooklyn Nets.
Guys taking shots for them, trying to do too much all at once. I think it's jamming up their flow.
Yeah, everyone has to have a role on the offensive end. Share the ball and trust your teammates.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of... Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
Here's Tatum. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Cam Thomas. And it's Big Dog in a 2-guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Holiday passes to Tatum. No good on the 3. Nets trail by 6. Pass to Big Dog. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. That one on White.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
25. At the line, one shot.
Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
And given how tall Porzingis is, not many guys are going to block his shot, especially when he's this close.
Russell with the ball. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Thomas outside. Pass to Big Dog. And here's Claxton. Here's Big Dog. He's guarded by White. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Johnson. Over Tatum. Now Russell. Outside Johnson. Here's Big Dog. Goes back up. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Nets. Big Dog's got 8 rebounds in the game. It's Thomas on the wing. Here's Big Dog. He's guarded by White. Puts up a 3. Thomas misses.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
The 3 is up. White can't hit. Nets trail by 5. Into the lane. Count it. Good. Big Dog's got 16 points now.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Outside, Brown. Holiday against Russell. Tatum from long range. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Here's Big Dog. He's guarded by White. Kept alive. Thomas outside. There's a screen. Outside Johnson. Holiday against Russell. Over Holiday. Russell, that's good. He has 6.
Well, Russell is a threat from anywhere on the floor. So if he gets his mid-range look, he's going to take it.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
A quick break, and we look at our 2K leaderboard for three-point shooting last season. Number 1, the Celtics.
And looking at last season, the thing that jumps out at you is their three-point percentage. Best in the league in that category, which is great to see considering how valued the 3-ball is nowadays in our game.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Big Dog. Takes it inside. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Here's White. Outside Tatum. With the teardrop. Ooh, Brown delivers the teardrop. Brooklyn trailing. Outside Johnson. Back to Russell. Pass to Big Dog. The kick out to Johnson. Buries it from 3. Johnson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Big Dog. He's got 18. It's hauled in by White. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Outside, Brown. Back to Holiday. Tatum from long range. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. Just his 1st in the second half.
And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday. Fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Now here's Brown. 14 points for him. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, defensively, they just look lost in the second half. They need to turn up their intensity and get back to the way they were defending in the first half.
Here's Thomas. 12 points for him. Johnson a screen on Holiday. Pass to Big Dog. Just 4 to shoot. Outside for Russell. Over Holiday. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Possessing a shoot-first mindset. In terms of scoring, Russell's arsenal, impressive.
And here's Tatum. The 3-ball. Rebounded by the Nets.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Here's Big Dog. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on White. All right, Stan, if you had it your way, who would you want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, Brian, look, I want to go back to the glory days when the most recognizable guys in the game were the ones that participated. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. I think if we could get guys like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, that would be fantastic, but it's got to be the names out there that people know.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. Filipowski, he's checked in for Johnson. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Holiday. Tatum with it. The 3 is up. Big Dog pulls it in. Big Dog's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Big Dog. Filipowski, the pass to Thomas. Lets the 3 fly. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now. Outside, Brown launches it. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And the Nets making a change here. Smith's checked in. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's Russell. Give him 8. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Russell's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, in the pick and roll, you have to account for Russell. He's looking to score.
Holiday against Russell. Outside Holiday. Outside Brown. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 1. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Now here's Smith. Out left to the wing. Thomas outside. Filipowski to pass to Thomas. For 3. They grab their own miss. To the inside. Here's Smith. Uses the glass on the layup. Smith's got 5.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Boston. It's a 1-point game. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Thomas with a steal and pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Russell against Holiday. Beasley outside. Back to Holiday. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Holiday's fire. Tough to keep up.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
And he knocks down the first one.
The thing everyone expects from Holiday is elite defense. But you see his IQ on display all over the floor. He's constantly making smart decisions on or off the ball.
Holiday hits them both. 1:20 left in the third quarter. Pass to Filipowski. Back to Russell. Here's Thomas for 3. Here's Filipowski. Shot clock at 6. Second chance effort. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. Third team foul. And out the line, shooting 2, number 25.
First free throw is good.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Lonzo Ball's checked in for Brooklyn. The Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Celtics trail by 3. 51 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside, Brown. Oh, look out. JB throwing it down.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
The kick out to Ball. There's the triple. Boston with a rebound. Brown's got 7 rebounds in the game. The 11-footer. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And it's good. 2 points. Big Dog's got 27.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Brown against Thomas. And here's Brown for the tie. Beasley for 3. He's off from 3. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Brooklyn out in front. They're up by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Boston, they've got Peyton Pritchard. He's out there with Malik Beasley. Jason Tatum out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Hauser in at the 4. The rebound by Filipowski.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Outside, Williams. The rebound, Celtics. Beasley outside. Here's Hauser. Brooklyn pulls it in. Filipowski's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Big Dog. Sweet little floater. Big Dog's got 29 points.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Boston, no good that time either.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves. Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
Here's Filipowski. Pass to Big Dog. The kick out to Williams. There's Ball with a 3. Sinks it from distance.
They're super comfortable from deep. Ball has been launching shots from there since he was young.
Celtics trail by 5. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Beasley outside. It's Prince on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Big Dog pulls it in. Big Dog's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it.
Well, this has been a frustrating night for him. Still without any points.
That one's good for 2. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
On the wing, Tatum. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And finished by Tatum. Wow!
Wow, what a slam. Tatum not messing around right there.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Big Dog from outside the arc. And Pritchard pulls it down. Here's Beasley. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Beasley's gotten his first basket of the night.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Now here's Ball. Here's Big Dog. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Big Dog's got 33.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Pass to Beasley. Smith with the rebound.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Ball looks over the floor. Off target with the 3.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Williams. Here's Big Dog. And he gets it to go. Big Dog's got 35 in the game.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Here's Pritchard, hounded by Ball. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. "19-footer. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Porzingis has checked in for Hauser. Brown comes in for Prince. White, he's checked in for Beasley. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Claxton passes to Russell. Thomas outside. Tatum against Russell. Pass to Big Dog. And Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, it's not easy to keep a shot out of Porzingis' reach. He has such long arms.
And it's Tatum missing. Brooklyn leading by 3. Thomas drives in. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
And their offense has been much tighter since halftime. Guys are starting to work together, moving the ball around, getting good shots.
Tatum finds White. Three-pointer, Holiday. Nails it from 3.
Well, Holiday finds ways to score inside and from beyond the arc.
Pass to Big Dog. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on White.
Team foul. At the line, number 25. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
First one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now here's Tatum. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Moving it up. It's stolen by Holiday. White on the wing. Outside Tatum. Takes a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Big Dog's got his 16th rebound on the night. Pass to Claxton. Here's Big Dog. He's covered by Holiday. Big Dog passes to Thomas. 4 on the clock. Good. And he's hit 8 of 14 now. A solid offensive performance.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside Tatum. Back to White. Pass to Brown. Over Thomas. Again, the miss by Boston.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Big Dog. Thomas outside. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside White. Pass to Holiday. Tatum a screen on Russell. Holiday from long range. Tatum on the drive. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Brooklyn leading by 4. Now Russell. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Fades back. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Big Dog's got 39. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Here's Porzingis. He's off on the layup. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. A minute and a half left in the final quarter. Back to Russell. Here's Big Dog. He's guarded by White. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Got it. And now an 8-point Nets lead.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Pass to Tatum. Outside Holiday. Fires the 3. Jason Tatum, and that's good. Tatum's got 35 in the game.
Well, in clutch time, this team knows who to go to. Tatum is ready to be that guy all the time.
Now here's Claxton. Now Thomas. Here's Big Dog. He's guarded by White. Here's Big Dog. Porzingis grabs the board.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Tatum. Cash. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Well, he's never fazed by those big moments. Tatum with a big hoop right there.
Team seconds. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Number 45. At the line, 2 fouls.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Great job at the line, and it's now a 2-possession game.
And Boston calls time here. 23 seconds left in the game. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Brown finds White. Now here's Tatum from the arc. Big Dog pulls it in, and they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. White, the pass to Porzingis. Jacks up with 3. The rebound by the Nets. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And at the line, shooting 2, D'Angelo Russell.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And Boston calls time here. They're down by 8. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
See the Nets get the win here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now our player of the game.